Hello everyone. Welcome to 365 Days Live with New. I am walking back at my apartment area, and Robert is not with me at the moment. He is playing games, getting his downtime, his personal time. So he is enjoying that, and I am taking a walk. And it is not raining right now, thankfully. So it is a beautiful day, and so I wanted to come on and share with you some of my most recent ahas and some things that have just been going on that I feel like I would love for the world to know, and for you who's watching. So yeah, I titled this live this a passion project or business, and then there's also another part right after that where I said this is going to be talking about um, giving myself permission to only do what I love. So those are the two topics that we're going to be talking about today. So uh, the first one is a passion project, right? So I was talking with my fiance Robert yesterday. Yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday morning. We were taking a walk together, and I was telling him like some things about my business and how like my tendencies, my energy when as a manifesting generator fluctuates, and the pressure to be consistent in my business and showing up in my business, having a consistent message, a consistent offer, and all those things. And when I know logically that as a manifesting generator, our energy changes, our energy, what lights us up changes, and we're meant to go from one thing to the next, right? But sometimes what we know logically does not translate into what we believe on a subconscious level. So I was having all these feelings come up, and what I noticed that I was saying was like, this is so frustrating. This is so frustrating. Like I kept telling Robert that, and as I'm saying that out loud, I'm like, well, hello, new. Like this is your not self theme in human design. If you're frustrated, that means there's something wrong. There's something you've gone down the wrong path. Okay, so I like have all these exterior signs telling me, hey, like pivot, you need to pivot. Like there's something not in alignment with your energy right now. It is not serving your energy right now. And so I was like, I just couldn't figure it out. Like this, sometimes when you have so much on your mind that like it's so full of like worry and doubt and um stress that like you can't really see the obvious. I feel like that was where I was at. And Robert was like, hey, like what if you just viewed your business, stop calling it a business and call it your passion project. And like I kid you not, like literally like this big like stress, this big load was taken off of my back or my chest or whatever, wherever it was. See, I was so out of my body that I couldn't really even feel where it was that that load was lifted off, but I just felt lighter. And I felt lighter, and I was like, oh my God, like, um, that, I think that's the thing. Like, the way I have been relating to my business was as a business, and my context of what a business is not the the best, not the best uh context in terms of when I think of business. I think of like men in suit. I think of strategic. I think of being very strict and in the box, and um, just not having a lot of freedom. That's what I think of when I think of business. And my other approach, I'm heading into a tunnel right now. Let me check to see if it is even open before I mean, open as in flooded. I can make it. Okay, perfect. So as I go through the tunnel, there might not be as much service. So let me just do a quick pause, and you can just enjoy the tunnel with me. All right, let's take a look. We're going through the tunnel, and it rained a little bit. last night, this morning. So let me just get to the other side and then I will continue the live. All right, I am out on the other side. So let me get back into what I was sharing about business. So when I think of the word business, it does not sound very joyful and very free to me. Um, so my first attempt was to put my own definition on the word business, right? So I was going to like 3 days ago, I think, I was like, I'm going to redefine what business is like for entrepreneurs. We can do this, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that, right? We can change the world of business and we can redefine it and live it in a different way, which is beautiful, right? Because that might work for some people. And I thought it was going to work for me. I was like, yeah, business, like, it doesn't have to be consistent. It doesn't have to mean showing up every day. It doesn't have to mean doing things that you don't like. And then, like, that felt good for the moment, but then, like, it didn't really help me really feel better as the days went by. So, but it now, after Robert said, oh, view it as your passion project, because passion projects, you do it with passion. When you have the passion, when you have the joy, when you have the energy for it, and you don't have to, and there's less stress and less pressure around showing up because it's not around the context of a business where it requires your attention all the time. And it works for me. So that's the thing that I want to really point out, is that this is what works for me, because I can't put myself into a situation where I still refer to my coaching as a business, because that just puts so much pressure, because I associate and put a lot of meaning into the word business, and it just doesn't work for me. But if you are someone who who words don't really matter to you and it doesn't affect you, and you're easily able to shift the way you see the word business, that's amazing, right? Because then that means that you can totally just shift that belief in your mind of like, business is no longer this way, and I'm going to choose a new way to see and refer to business. But for me, it was hard. It's hard, and that's why I'm deciding to try out, right? Everything I do is an experiment. Everything we do in life is a trial and error, and we don't have to feel bad about it. And I say that because I feel like I need that for myself, to not feel bad for changing or trying different things. So definitely, I share with you all everything that I do in my life to make my life more enjoyable and better, and help me become a better person, so I can be a better person for other people. So yeah, this is what I feel like I'm going to experiment with next, is referring to my coaching as a passion project. And I know for some people that might sound like, okay, that's too what's the word? What's the word for not serious? That's too like like that's not a business, basically. And that's fine, right? Like, I think I have to get used to, or come to a conviction within myself, that by me referring to my coaching as a passion project is not taking away its value. And uh, by me referring to that for myself is going to be in the highest good of my business. See, I automatically revert back to the word in business, but to my coaching. Um, referring to my coaching as a passion project is going to be in the highest good of everyone, including myself, especially myself, because when I refer to my coaching as a passion project, like, in the word itself is passion, right? and it's a project. It's like, it's going to be an ongoing, ever evolving project. And it just feels a lot more creative. It feels like there's a lot more space, a lot more spaciousness, a lot more room for play. And yeah, so that word just really resonates with me. And yeah, lifted a big chunk of weight off of my shoulders. And so I told Robert that he is a genius, and I'm like, oh my God, like, you are amazing. So I am trying that out. I would definitely you will definitely be hearing from me again if that new reframe, new way of viewing my business is helpful. But my coaching, see, even when I'm talking about it, I still automatically refer to my coaching as business. But I think that has not been serving me at all. And I'm all about doing things that serve you. Okay, so that is why I am shifting the way I see my coaching from a business into my passion project. And that would just slowly allow me to really honor my energies as a manifesting generator, as someone, as a 2-4, a hermit, that very hermity side of me, and create a rhythm, a natural rhythm and cycle of running this and working on this project of mine, and letting it evolve through its natural rhythms. So I'm really excited for that. That's what I am playing with next. And that ties into the next thing that I want to talk about, which is, what if I allowed myself to only do what I love? And I want to talk about this because I submitted a question to one of the coaches that I like to follow, and for a live coaching call, and I wasn't able to be there live, but she did answer it for me, and she really helped me out. I'm so thankful for her. Her name's Tiffany Cheung, and she is a business coach for spirit-led women, and she's amazing. If you don't know her already, go check her out. But it actually wasn't while she was answering my question, that I got this aha, but not aha, but it was like a reminder. It was when she was towards the end, when she was answering a different girl's answer. And she was saying like she doesn't do, oh yeah, I think it was around like the lady was asking about how she found her niche. And Tiffany said that she doesn't see it as finding her niche. She sees it as like refinement and really being discerning of her audience and who she wants to serve. And she's built her whole business around only doing what she loves. And because she has a very energetic based business. And I think because I'm so logically minded, that I would love to believe that that is true. But there's always this part of me still that holds back and like is reserved and don't believe that you can actually run your business from a place of just purely desire led, purely like yes energy. That there are some things where you have to do that you don't want to do and doesn't feel good, right? And so that is like the world that I have been living in, that I have to do things that I don't love. And I know logically that I don't want to live there, but subconsciously I think my body still operates from that place of business. There has to be struggle in business, and you can't just have it all be from a place of joy and excitement. But hearing Tiffany speak and say that, yeah, like, if it doesn't bring her joy, if it doesn't light her up, she doesn't do it, because it translates into how you share your message. It translates into how you show up in your business. And I'm using business because that's what she does. She does refer to her coaching as business. So I'm like, this is not the first time that my coaches have said this to me or have shared this. It's like common knowledge now in this in the coaching world of that that it's the most beneficial for the coach and mentor to do things that they love. And that sounds so simple, but it is the hardest thing to do, because we have been conditioned to do things that we don't want to do, right? from a very young age, like from elementary school, right? I was an elementary teacher. I was the one who I guess there's a part of me that feels guilty because I perpetuated that system of, I don't care if you don't like to do this, you have to do it anyway, right? I had to say that to my kids, right? They didn't want to do their homework. They didn't want to do the work in class, but as a teacher, and according to like the state standards and whatnot, I had to quote unquote make them do things that they don't want to do. And so I do feel like a part of me feels, yeah, bad for perpetuating that cycle, that way of life. And now I feel like I'm doing that onto myself, and I have to unlearn that, right? Unlearn that and learn to embrace and surround myself with people who only do things that they love and that feels good for them. Because I do, like, there is a part deep within me that believes in the energetics, that everything is based on an energetic state of being, that true happiness, true alignment, true success comes from a place of energetic alignment. And sure, you can push your way through, you can masculine your way through to make something happen, but it doesn't mean that you're going to be happy. It doesn't mean that you're going to be living a life that is really in your highest good, or in the highest place that you can be, or that you want to be, right? Sometimes we settle for less. So with all that being said, I want to take this reminder seriously, that if it no longer brings me joy, then there's something that I just need to shift to get my energy back. Because right now I feel like I've been stuck in this place where I'm trying to do something that my energy is just like, no, we don't want to do that, but I keep pushing for it. And so I feel the energetic resistance from myself, and yet I'm so stubborn that I'm like, keep pushing. And so thank you, Tiffany, because yesterday when I was listening to the replay, I was like, oh my God, like, this is exactly what I'm going through. Like, I'm doing things, I'm pushing against a wall that I definitely feel the resistance, but I'm not stopping. Like, it's like insane. I'm being insane by doing the same thing and getting the same result. Like, I'm trying to do things that make me not feel good, even though my brain says it's good for us to do. So, our bodies, our energies are so smart, so intelligent, and sometimes, a lot of times, we tap out of it. We forget to listen to our bodies. We forget to listen to the energies that live within us, and we allocate all our power to the mind, and the mind can drive us bananas. So I definitely realize that I am giving my mind too much power, too much authority, and not enough to my sacral, which obviously is my authority in human design. So I feel like this is a pretty important piece, or pretty important part of my business or my coaching right now, because it's all about, like, this is my second month coming back into my coaching project. Let's call it that, coaching passion project. And I've been having so much mind drama around it, and I just feel like it doesn't have to be that way, because it's very simple. I just need to listen and honor my sacral, and my sacral will do a good job at helping me navigate what is right for me and what is not right for me, what is right for our energy and what is not right for our energy. And it will change, and it will go up and down, and to just honor that, to really trust that. And this also ties into my manifestation series that I started that I have not finished, but it's okay. I give myself grace because a lot of things has happened since then. But but for my manifestation series, I committed to going all in my business, which is now referred to as my passion project, to go all in and to just try things and just do what lights my sacral up. And I feel like I haven't been doing that. I haven't been honoring that part of me. So I want to take this time to really refine and, like Tiffany said, have discernment around what I still want to share with you and what I don't want to share anymore and what is no longer in alignment with me, and just really show up authentically and share and enjoy what I'm doing. If I don't enjoy what I'm doing, how am I going to expect you guys to want to be in my energy and learn from me if I'm miserable, right? It just makes sense. So if you're a coach or a business owner or a passion project doer, it starts with you. It starts with your alignment, your enjoyment of your work, your enjoyment of your project. And so it all starts with us, our inner work. And I feel like I've been, lagging a little bit in that, but there's no such thing as like too late. So I want to be able to trust myself enough that if I slow down on certain things, that everything will be okay. And so, yeah, I do want to start going all in by doing only what I love and just making an experiment out of it, a passion project like it is. And in human design, we do call these phases where we're trying out our human design an experiment, right? And if that is a good word that works for you and your brain and your body, your nervous system, then use that word experiment. I think it works well for me because an experiment means like it could go either way. There's no right or wrong. We're just gonna try it out and see how it works. So I want to go, and I am going to go all in on the experiment of doing only what I love, doing only what. Okay, I think I'm back. Oh dear, poor connection. Okay, I was saying, I'm going to go all in on the experimentation of doing only what I love, only what brings you how I show up. And it is also going to attract the right or the wrong type of people, right? So I really believe in that. And then also the other thing that to wrap this up is that I'm going to try on, like as if I'm trying on clothes, try on the label of more disconnection. I'm so sorry. I did not realize that this neighborhood did not have good service. Okay, well, I'm gonna hurry up and finish up before I lose service. But as I was saying, the last piece is like trying on, instead of calling my coaching a business, calling it a coaching passion project, and that having that be something lighter for me, at least for the beginning, because it's going to be helpful for me. All right, so that is all that I have for you for today. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to my contemplations of life and of business, of my passion projects, and of just how to really navigate and follow your own alignment and the trials and tribulations that I go through, and that most likely you might be going through too, because, even though you might not be experiencing the exact same thing I am, I'm sure you can relate to the feelings that come up, right? Feelings of frustration, feelings of confusion, feelings of overwhelm. That is, feelings are, universal. But I know that situations might not be universal. You might not be able to relate in terms of my personal situation, but we all are human and we experience the same emotions to a certain extent. So I hope that you were able to resonate on some level to some of the feelings that I am feeling right now. And yeah, so I just want to show my gratitude, my appreciation for you being here and being on this journey with me. And yeah, I'm excited to see what lies ahead of me, and I will definitely be sharing along the way as I feel called to, as it feels good. And yeah, let's see where this experiment goes. Let's see where this project goes. All right. And of course, as always, like um, like this video if you found it helpful. Comment down below.